Chico,
Yes, sir.
got a phone call this morning and I missed the call. So I got back to my phone. I said, what the hell, Chico won't call me this early in the morning? But it wasn't Chico.
Mm.
They told me I missed a call from 21 Black. That's what I got Coach Prime stored as 21 Black. So I hit my brother back, said, Coach, what's going on? I said, I got something for you, my brother. And he began to discuss with me some of the changes as we get ready for spring ball officially starting next week.
Mm.
I said, what's that, Coach? He said, we're going to have a new DC.
Just like that?
Said, yeah, man, Rob Livingston is going over to Denver. And we're going to take our man Marve and make him defense coordinator. He's been a defense coordinator before, Virginia Tech. Knows what he's doing, knows how to command the defense.
Yep.
Got some other ancillary changes we'll do after that, but we'll be ready for spring ball. And I said, Coach, that's Black history.
Mm.
This is the Power Four. You mean to tell me the head coach Black, the offense coordinator Black, the defense coordinator Black? Stop the press. Breaking news. Take off the other headline. Put this one in. And I know a lot of people, Chico, I don't want to talk about history. I want to win. Well, you know, damn right we're going to win. But I'm sorry to say, based on the way y'all structured things in the past, sometimes we still have to celebrate some firsts in America. You have to talk about it. First things first, shout out to Rob Livingston, who came from the NFL, from the Bengals to Colorado, 2 seasons in Colorado. One of them certainly history making on the defensive side. Had some woulda, coulda, shouldas last year, but he'll be going back to the NFL, helping out the Broncos defense. I can imagine. I don't know the position, but I ain't finna sit here and think he going on the offensive side of the ball.
Well, it looked like news came out. Shout out to Adam Schefter, said Broncos are hiring Colorado defensive coordinator Rob Livingston as their defensive pass game coordinator, per sources. The new move reunites Livingston with Broncos defensive coordinator Vance Joseph, who previously worked with him on the Bengals staff. So
yeah, that's why I was headed, but I just had to confirm it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I said, I didn't think he was leaving to go to be offensive coordinator.
Right.
You know, pretty obviously going to be on Denver's defensive side of the ball, and Denver has an outstanding defense. You know, the second coming of the no-fly zone, if you will. So he have a major impact over there in a major way. Shout out to Coach Rob and his family and all that they did for the Colorado Buffs. And look at it, still getting to stay in the area.
Yeah, right there.
Stay in the area. You don't have to move your family too far away or at all. But as it relates to Colorado, new defense coordinator just in time for the start of spring ball, Chico.
Mm-hmm. I like
with
it.
a person that was in the building.
Right. So you don't have to bring in a new voice. You bring in somebody who was already there, who has defensive coordinator experience, who's been in that role before. And now you could just say, hey, man, listen, all right, we got a change being made. Boom. You right back into a previous role that you've had. And if he had issues before, or if he had success before, he has something that he can tap into to move forward and be successful at Colorado. So shout out to him. He is a Memphis, Tennessee native, and 10 plus years coaching. So he's coming in there with some fire, with a chip on his shoulder. I think was hired as linebackers coach in place of Coach Hart. But now we'll see what happens now with Coach Hart. Will Coach Marve bring in another linebackers coach that he has a relationship with and keep Coach Hart in that same position he's in now, or do you elevate Coach back to the linebackers coach? It'll be interesting to see what Coach Marve does, but a great move to put him in there.
Yeah, you went Chuck Bishop on it, did you?
Very interesting to see. So we'll see. A former Vanderbilt football player, man. Defensive coordinator at Virginia Tech, 2022 to 24. Florida State defensive run game coordinator in 2020 to 21. And 2019, he was at Mississippi State for the defensive run game coordinator and linebackers. Previously, before that, he was at Vanderbilt, inside linebackers and defensive quality control analyst. So he has some experience and been around.
I mean, his resume is the same as it was when we announced him as linebacker coach.
Mm-hmm.
And he was overly qualified for that. And he's overly qualified to be a DC again. He's been a DC. and look at the wonderful opportunity open for him. And it's one of those things, Chico. You just want to be real. You want to keep it really real.
Keep it real. That's what you got to do, right?
I mean, he was DC in waiting anyway.
Mm.
Come on, dog.
Right.
Stop playing. Stop playing. And let me tell you this, Chico.
Stop playing.
Let me get the haters' attention first, because I want them to write this down.
Write it down. Take a picture.
Let me give them a minute. Let me get haters, y'all haters to the front.
Give
y'all a minute so y'all can write this down. It is February 25th, 2026, and 12:14 Central Standard Time. Y'all get ready to quote on.
Clip this.
Clip it. One of these two gonna be a head coach in the next 2 years. They're gonna do so well at Colorado, and Coach Prime does so well at selecting and developing the staff. One of them, the OC or the GC, is gonna be like the Jeffersons and continue to move up.
Continue to move on up.
Because what y'all accuse Coach Prime of not being able to do, the back end always proves that he can do.
That's right.
Brings in a player that you never heard of, and y'all get to chit-chatting on, oh, I've seen his stats. I don't know about this guy. Year or two later, now the Blue Bloods want him and triple paying him. Brings in a coach that y'all had doubts about. Oh, I heard this on Twitter 2 years ago. 2 years later, NFL wants him. I don't know what more the man got to do other than eat a pear, some grapes, an apple, a watermelon, and a pineapple, and then crap out a fruit salad for y'all to believe he a black magician.
He got to juggle them at the same time.
Like what? Jay-Z said, man, what more can I say?
Got to have the bowling ball, the apple, and the knife.
Yeah, then take a bite. Like what do you got to do, man? Y'all hold him to a totally different standard that you don't hold nobody else to. And wait, stop the press again. I'm expecting that triple, quadruple down this year with this black command staff, if I can call it that. The three top positions in the football team, a head coach, OC, and DC, and you in the Power Four and all three of my brothers. Oh, the microscope just went up some wattage or whatever they call it. The telescope just got extended. Because y'all really gonna want it to fail now. Yeah, I said
it. And we know Uncle Livio said
I said it.
We know, but you guess what though? Coach Prime is not blind to that fact. He knows that. He knows exactly what's going on.
The dude been black about 3 or 4 years longer than I have, and you say I'm old, so he a little older than that.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm gonna clip that for him. I'm clipping that, Chico. He know the rules. He know we got to go 14 inches to have 12. He know that.
Yeah. Even
when we do drill, Chico, you're supposed to run 2 yards past the line.
Yeah. Run through the line.
Because our standard ain't the line. If our standard is the line, we behind.
Yeah.
Because we always get measured different. He know that.
Well, how do you think the people who are doing the measuring, so to speak, will be taking this news that Coach Livingston is out? Is it going to be more negative, like Coach Prime lost, this, or as opposed to saying Coach Livingston had an opportunity and he's taking it with a guy he had a previous relationship with right there, in the area that he's in to elevate to the NFL? Do they spin it and talk about the opportunity that Coach Marve have? What do you think,
Somebody gonna always try to make it negative about Prime. Like, let's just be real about that now. Again, that ain't gonna change. It's never been. Like, somebody's gonna always try to ice skate uphill and make it be a negative thing when this is a totally positive situation. Again, here you have Coach Livingston, who was in the NFL ranks, came to Colorado 2 years ago, did a bang-up job that year one, so much so that Miami tried to get him down there. He chose to stay. Had an interview even this offseason with the Dallas Cowboys. And when you're able to work with somebody you used to work with and don't have to uproot your family at all or even too far, what a wonderful opportunity for the Livingston family.
Yeah.
To get back to the NFL and you ain't got to move across the country this time doing it. Shout out to Rob Livingston.
Yeah.
And as we always say, when one door closes, at least if nothing else, a window opens. And so here's an opportunity, for Marv that you really thought would be like maybe a season from now. And it opens up, in short order. Man, let him tell you, not only is God in control, he makes no mistakes.
Yeah.
I mean, you just think now, if you Chris Marve and you decide to not take this job, and look at the opportunity that happened right before you, and that you are immensely qualified for. This ain't no nepotism, no brother hookup. This ain't no personal friend that you grew up in North Fort Myers with. This is a qualified defense coordinator who knows how to coach ball, relate to players, and recruit. Y'all want him to cook too? I go see how well he can cook. Like, what all he got to do.
But that's what it's about, though. Connected with them players also, being a former player he was, you know what I mean, and have all the experience that he has. What else will Coach Marve be bringing to the bus as the new defensive coordinator in place of Coach Rob Livingston?
I like the if I can term it this geographically, the East Coast footprint. Because even Vanderbilt being in Tennessee is still the eastern part of Tennessee, and Virginia Tech is on the East Coast. And so you look at, where he's been around and where he's played and coached before, he brings that kind of flavor. And so he's going to know coaches that know players that know players. So geographically, he brings all of his resume to the table, during the recruiting season. And as much as Coach Prime told me himself, there's going to be some little shifting around here and there. Don't forget that Rob Livingston was DC and coached the safeties.
Yeah.
And so it wouldn't be unheard of to have a DC that coaches the linebackers or still coaches another position group. And as I said on the morning wood, I mean, what better position group to have your fingerprints on? Because where were we lacking the most at last year, Chico?
Shit, everywhere, but you could say
everywhere. But if you had to have a bar chart about where the deficiency really showed itself, it was in the middle and right behind the D line, right in front of the safeties, which are the linebackers. And our inability to tackle and our inability to scheme right in that position and make the right decisions. Well, here's a guy who was fixing that as position coach, and now he's DC. I think the arrow is pointing all the way up on it.
Yes, indeed. Well, you guys heard it here first. You heard where Coach Prime called first to let the news be known. So no need to go try to hear it from a third party. You can hear what they think, but you're hearing it right here from the sources and how it went down and everything. Uncle Neely waking up this morning, getting the call, and there it is. Now we're bringing it to you live and direct. Breaking news. Coach Livingston is out as the DC. He will be going to the Denver Broncos. And we have Coach Chris Marve coming in as the DC for Coach Prime and the Buffs. 3 African-American brothers heading this Colorado Buffs football team. OC, DC, and the head coach. Shout out to those guys. Anything else you want to add on that?
Yeah, just I personally can't wait to get back to Boulder, man. Get back on Saturday, February 28th. So that's like 3 days from now. Spring ball is going to officially start March 1st. So, right here, live and direct with the big dog and Speed Hustle TV, Unk, and the pregame network. We bring y'all some exclusive stuff on the daily. The TMR during the offseason will likely remain Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We may have to shift the time some as we look at what time practices will be. But no doubt you're going to be getting things here that you can't get nowhere else.
Yes, indeed.
Shout out to Denise Smith. Y'all know where to find her. It's Safe D Smith. That's not safety TY. That's safe, the letter D, as in Denise Smith. She got you covered with all you need, from auto, home, life, renters, and business insurance. Also financial services like planning, serving everybody that can dial this number, 303-343-3515. Pull up. Tell Uncle Chico sent you.
Pull up on her. Pull up on her, as they say. Pull up on her. All right, we're going to be up and about here. Peace and love.